Hold your breath, because SpaceX just pulled off another incredible feat. They've launched their colossal Starship rocket for its 11th test flight, and it's looking like another resounding success. But the stakes are higher than ever, as this isn't just about blasting rockets into the sky. It's about humanity's future among the stars. On Monday, October 13, 2025, Starship, the most massive and powerful rocket ever conceived, roared to life from Starbase, Texas, under the evening sky. This behemoth embarked on a journey halfway around the globe, deploying dummy satellites along the way, mirroring the goals of the previous mission. The Super Heavy booster detached flawlessly, executing a controlled descent into the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, the Starship spacecraft continued its trajectory, briefly touching the edge of space before splashing down in the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. As with previous tests, no part of the rocket was recovered. "Hey, welcome back to Earth, Starship!" exclaimed SpaceX's Dan Huot, his voice filled with excitement as cheers erupted from the SpaceX team. What a day! But here's where it gets controversial. While these tests are visually stunning, they're also crucial for something far bigger than just spectacle. This was the 11th test flight of the full-scale Starship prototype. Elon Musk, the visionary founder and CEO of SpaceX, envisions Starship as the key to sending humans to Mars. And NASA is counting on Starship to land astronauts on the moon before the decade ends. Without this 403-foot, 123-meter reusable spacecraft to ferry astronauts from lunar orbit to the lunar surface and back, NASA's ambitious timeline hangs in the balance. Think about that. The future of lunar exploration rests on the shoulders of this rocket. Interestingly, Elon Musk broke from his usual routine for this launch. Instead of monitoring from inside launch control, he ventured outside to witness the event firsthand, describing the experience as much more visceral. This suggests a heightened sense of importance and perhaps even a touch of personal investment in this particular test. The previous test flight in August, which followed a string of previous explosive failures, mirrored this flight's objectives. However, this time around, SpaceX incorporated more complex maneuvers, particularly during the spacecraft's entry over the Indian Ocean. These maneuvers served as vital practice for future landings back at the launch site, and this is the part most people miss. Perfecting these landing procedures is paramount for creating a truly reusable spacecraft, reducing the cost of space travel dramatically. As before, Starship carried 8 mock Starlink satellites into orbit. The entire flight, originating from Starbase near the Mexican border, lasted just over an hour, a relatively short duration considering the complexity of the mission. But every second provides invaluable data for the SpaceX engineers. NASA's acting administrator, Duffy, lauded Starship's progress, stating via X, "Another major step toward landing Americans on the moon's south pole." This endorsement underscores the critical role Starship plays in NASA's Artemis program. SpaceX is also adapting its launch facilities at Cape Canaveral to accommodate Starship, in addition to the smaller Falcon rockets that currently transport astronauts and supplies to the International Space Station for NASA. This expansion signifies SpaceX's commitment to a future where Starship becomes a regular fixture in space operations. So what do you think? Was SpaceX on track to revolutionize space travel with Starship? Will they meet NASA's deadline for the lunar landings? And perhaps more controversially, is relying so heavily on a single company like SpaceX a wise move for NASA? Share your thoughts in the comments below.